I asked Rabbi Polikoff to identify someone who might be able to come from B'nai Israel today and speak. And he immediately said, I would love to have Lisa Segal come and talk. Lisa is a member of B'nai Israel's Board of Trustees. So please welcome to Justice Southbury's Lisa Segal.
See, am I tall enough? I think I need to bring this down a little bit.
Good. Nice and close.
Good afternoon. I am Lisa Segal. My family and I have been living here in Southbury for 20 years. I'm on the Board of Trustees at B'nai Israel, as Rick said, and I also am chair of the ritual committee there. I also teach teen mental health first aid and QPR suicide prevention. Closer. Sorry. Which, as you know, is also a very timely and important topic right now. When Rabbi asked me to speak, I said, well, I don't really know that I'm qualified to do so. And he assured me that it would be okay if I just spoke from the heart. So I apologize that I have to read my thoughts. I'm not great at speaking off the cuff, but here goes. Ooh. I called Rabbi Eric the other day with a question. Why am I so distracted and distressed about the current situation in Israel? After all, I haven't been to Israel since I'm 16 years old. Since COVID and the last time I attended the American Israel Public Affairs Committee conference in 2000, I haven't even been active on the Israel Advocacy Committee at synagogue. I haven't taken more than a cursory interest in disappointing Israeli political news. Why is my daughter Emily, currently a junior in college, struggling with the horror in Israel? She's never been to Israel. She's never expressed any great interest beyond what she's learned in Hebrew school. Why can't my husband, Scott, someone who I have to drag to my synagogue activities, listen to the news because it's making him sick? There's never a shortage of terrible news to be seen on CNN or read in the New York Times. Why is this particular cycle so different and so difficult? First, the obvious answer. What Hamas did and is doing is horrific. The terror they've unleashed, the barbarity of the acts they've committed should make any human soul shrivel. How can we not cry at the abduction and rape of young men and women, the butchering of babies, the shooting and burning of the elderly? There hasn't been a murder of Jews in these numbers since the Holocaust. The pictures and videos we're viewing evoke memories for some of Germany during World War II. For me, I see the images burned into my brain from Yad Vashem, the Holocaust Museum in Israel. I hear the voice of Leah Linton of blessed memory, sharing with our synagogue her Holocaust survival story every year during Yom HaShoah. It's natural to feel horror, disgust, and a great sadness for what is happening when one has grown up with the mantra, never again. But more importantly, as Rabbi Eric so wisely explained to me, it feels deeper and different this time because as a Jew, Israel, no matter how physically or mentally far she is a part of who I am. She's a part of Emily. She's a part of my son Matthew and Scott. Israel is a part of our identity. She's representative of who we are, how far we've come, and where we'll always feel a sense of belonging. Israel is home, even if that home lies just here in our hearts. As Jews, we've been raised to understand how lucky we are that we have a Jewish homeland. Israel is our safe space. She's the only home the Jewish people can count on. We pray in the direction of Israel. We buy trees in Israel in honor of simchas, celebrations, and as memorials in order to enrich her soil. We support Hadassah Hospital. We sing Israel's national anthem, Hatikva, the Hope. We take pride in Israel's innumerable contributions to the world, be it medical, technological, or artistic. Israel has risen from the ashes and represents resilience and possibility. So when we hear of these hate-filled acts, we feel the pit in our stomachs. We are a people that has been hated for millennia. We are a people that has had to justify our existence, run for our lives, and shelter in place for nothing at all but the right to live in peace. And now, as the blood stains the dance floors, bomb shelters, and kibbutzim, not only are we horrified and in mourning, we feel that we have to justify Israel's right to defend herself. College students are rallying and filling their social media feeds with hate-filled speech that includes that Israel was asking for it. There are those individuals actually cheering on Hamas and their murderous acts. There are those that accuse Israel of lying about the casualties. Many college presidents are loath to directly denounce the hate. As Rabbi Eric shared, many of their responses are squishy and lack strong condemnation of Hamas as a terrorist organization. My daughter feels betrayed by her progressive friends. How can they be so defiant against the struggles of the Palestinians, but then not share in the horror and sorrow of Israelis raped and murdered? Em has been aware of anti-Semitism and has been clipped by it a few times in her 20 years. However, this is the first time ever that she feels it running cold in her veins. I'm distressed for her. While there is a long history and deep debate over the way Israel has treated Palestinians, and there sure is to be continued disagreement, this is not a time for whataboutisms, as Rick said. There's no slight or insult that can in any way justify the barbarity that Hamas has inflicted upon innocent civilians. Let us not for 1 minute forget that Hamas is not a legitimate political entity. They're a terrorist organization that's only goal is to see the destruction of the Jewish state. That we seem to have to debate this with our peers at this time rubs salt in an already deep wound. I was scrolling through Instagram yesterday and was stopped by a post that read, "Your Jewish friends are not okay." It went on to describe ways in which non-Jews can check in on their Jewish friends. Call us, text, read up and learn the real truths behind the noise. Speak up and speak out for Israel's right to defend herself. My family and I feel so lucky that we're part of a congregational community that is here to support us, and that we live in a larger community like Southbury, with groups like Justice Southbury, who are willing to give us a chance to speak like I do here today. We're eternally grateful that President Biden and the American government stand in unwavering support of our homeland. Justice Southbury friends, your Jewish friends are not okay. We're not okay right now. But with history as our guide, with strength, determination, guts, bravery, and with great passion, and with deep devotion and support from those who stand by us, we will be. Am Yisrael Chai.